Okay, so this is the first of a two-part series where we're going to be visiting Selfridges and also Harrods in London. I wanted to do it as just one long episode, but Final Cut Pro had different ideas. And I think this is quite a nice way to break it up as well. So here we are in Selfridges, walking through the very posh areas on our way to the perfume areas. So here is the Louis Vuitton first stop. I wasn't overly familiar with the Louis Vuittons. I tried Afternoon Swim, which I quite liked. Reminded me a lot of Mandarino di Amalfi by Tom Ford. That kind of orange juicy mandarin type of a scent, but I thought it was quite nice. Nice bottles. I do like the colour designs. So the Dior like Privé range. I tried a couple of these. The one I really liked was Tabacala, the tobacco one, Tabacala, I think it's called. I thought that was really impressive. I had that on my jacket throughout the day, and honestly, I was just non-stop sniffing it. It's that nice. Be good to get my hands on that at some point. So Molecule 01, this is an interesting range. I've tried the ginger one. I had a sample of that once and quite liked it. Initio, I only have Musk Therapy, but I must say Paragon is very good. I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with that. Nice juicy plum notes to Paragon. Here we have Parfums de Marly. If you've been viewing the channel, you'll know I have a few of these. Definitely one of my favourites. Juliet Has a Gun, that's kind of passed me by. I see them around, but it's not a line I've really investigated. Nishane, Meant to Be Seen, that's a new one on me. I know Hatchevat well, obviously, and Annie. Zerjov, so unfortunately Naxos gives me a headache. I used to own 40 knots, which wasn't one of my favourites really. I'm yet to try anything I really love by them. I tried Herbe Pura on this visit, and I quite like that, a nice kind of fruity fragrance. Amouage, I'm not massive on Amouage. I found raw tobacco a bit overrated personally. I didn't really get the hype with that. Here we have Chanel. What do you guys think of L'Exclusive? Do you think it's worth the money? I'm not the biggest fan. If I was to get another British, that'd probably be the EDP. Here we have Tom Ford's. The sales guy for Tom Ford was really friendly to me. I got some finger wagging from certain people when I was filming. But most of them were really nice, to be fair. Here we have the Creeds. I wonder what you guys think of Delphinus, or whether you've tried it. I think that's really nice. I have Centaurus, but not Delphinus. Fragaria, that was a new one on me. I don't know if that's like a recent release, or is it a female-leaning one? I don't know. But yeah, here we have Delphinus. Quite addictive, I must say. Shame about the price. So here we have Roses on Ice. Angel Share, a lot of you guys will know it. And Apple Brandy on the Rocks, which I actually have, and I do like. So here we have Parfums de Marly's Boutique. I didn't expect to see this at all. I just stumbled upon it. I just saw it and I thought, wow, what an opportunity to like film. It was a bit intimidating going in there, a little boutique. I thought that they're going to hound me, but they were really nice. I recognised the woman straight away from YouTube, and I told her that. And she said, oh, that must be Omar from School of Scent. We had loads of fun that day. And I was like, oh yeah, of course, that must have been it. I thought it was like Fragmental for a second, but yeah, it was School of Scent, wasn't it? But she was really nice, really cool, a lot of charisma. There was just one guy sampling stuff and two saleswomen. But it was a nice atmosphere. They're really friendly and they're not pressuring or anything like that. They gave me samples too of the X-Straits. So I'll get back to you on them if I check them out. Some pretty expensive handbags, really like posh area. Speaking of which, this is Annabelle's, which is like I think it costs about £4,000 a year membership. Prince Andrew recently got banned from there, apparently. That's why it's been in the news. Nazareth, so this is that Salt Bay Steakhouse. There he is. Which gives you an idea of like the kind of prices around this area of London. Knightsbridge, Kensington, There's this guy like staring at me with the camera. I didn't clock that at the time. Maybe he was annoyed that I was filming. Burberry, very British. So Rolex, are they cufflinks for £5,000? Quite like that jacket. That caught my eye. What do you guys think? And here we are going to Harrods, so this will be the next part of it. I'll catch you on part 2.